The story of Greece and its faith starts not in big churches but on the busy streets of the Roman Empire. A new message, Christianity, came with Paul around 50 AD. He talked with smart people in Athens and preached in cities like Thessaloniki and Corinth. This faith, which believed in one loving God and a Savior who came back to life, was very different from the old gods of Olympus. Greek language and ideas became the ways to share and spread Christianity. The New Testament was written in Greek, and ideas like the Logos made sense to Greek thinkers. Early church leaders used Greek ideas to explain Orthodox beliefs, mixing a faith from the Middle East with a Greek way of thinking. Early Christian groups were small and often picked on. They met in secret and were held together by their faith. Cities like Corinth and Thessaloniki became very important places. Their struggles are forever remembered in Paul's letters. These were not yet big organizations but close groups of friends, building the spiritual base for a future country and empire. Over time, Christianity moved from being a small group to being very important as the Roman Empire changed. The language of Plato now talked about Christ, and Roman ways of organizing things shaped how the church was set up. This slow mixing put Christianity right in the middle of the Greek and Roman world. Everything was ready for a new main city, a new empire, and a faith that would soon be in charge. The trip from Athens to Byzantium had started. The 4th century changed everything. Constantine became a Christian and started Constantinople, which created the Byzantine Empire. Here, Orthodoxy became the heart of the country, with the emperor as God's helper and the church at the center of power. The main leader of the church in Constantinople, from the Hagia Sophia, led a church that decided on beliefs through big meetings and the Nicene Creed. Arguments about beliefs were about the country, not just faith. Monks became very popular, especially on Mount Athos, a special place for prayer and old traditions that became a bright light for orthodoxy. Byzantium saw itself as the protector of true Christianity, sending people like Cyril and Methodius to teach the Slavs. Byzantine art, holy pictures and mosaics, became beliefs shown in color, like windows to God. For 1,000 years, Byzantium stood strong as a Christian protector, with orthodoxy at its core. The faith became the same as being Greek, and the empire's lasting story. The Orthodox Church was now completely connected to the future of the Greek-speaking world. In 1453, Constantinople was taken by the Ottomans. This ended the Byzantine Empire and deeply shook what it meant to be Greek. The Orthodox Church, once the empire's heart, became the way to keep Greek identity alive under Ottoman rule. The millet system made the church leader both the religious and civil leader of the Greeks, giving the church a lot of power. Local priests became community leaders, judges, and protectors. The church kept Greek language and culture alive, often in secret schools and through church services. Church holidays and saints' days gave life a rhythm and a sense of history. Even with problems and dangers, the church stayed strong as the main group in Greek life. It kept the language, culture, and memories safe, keeping the nation's spirit alive without a country of its own. When the fight for freedom came, it was this saved identity that powered the fight for independence. The church's strength under Ottoman rule became the base for what it means to be Greek today. Faith was the glue that held the community together through hundreds of years of foreign control. The Orthodox Church became the protector of a nation without its own land. The Greek War of Independence in 1821 was both a fight for freedom and a defense of the Orthodox faith. Church leaders led and blessed the revolution, making faith very important to the country's goal. After gaining freedom, the Church of Greece said it was separate from the main church leader, connecting its future to the new country. Orthodoxy was made the main religion shaping Greek society and politics. Through wars being taken over and civil fights, the church gave comfort and brought people together. It helped new people settle in and even protected Jewish people during Wudu, showing good leadership. But its close ties to the government sometimes pulled it into political trouble, especially during the time the military was in charge. When the military government fell, the church had to think again about its public role. Talks about where the church ends and the government begins still shape modern Greece. The church is still a strong force, changing as the country's identity changes. In the 21st century, the Orthodox Church faces a Greece that is changing fast. Less religious views challenge its power, with fewer young people going to church regularly. Things like baptisms and weddings are now often more about culture than about faith. More people moving in has brought new religions, causing talks about identity and being open to others. The church now has to serve people in a society with many cultures, balancing old ways with being open. Inside the church talks about social issues and the role of women show bigger changes in society. The money problems hurt the church's funds but also showed its good work helping people. People looking closely at church money has led to calls for more openness. The church now has to convince and serve a population that is more varied, questions things more, and is less religious. Its survival is not in doubt, but how important it is depends on how well it changes. The Orthodox Church is at a turning point, looking for its place in modern Greek life. Today, the Orthodox Church is still deeply connected to Greek society. The self-governing Church of Greece, led by the Archbishop of Athens, runs most church areas, while the new lands are still under the main church leader. The government pays church leaders' salaries, and Orthodox teaching is part of public school, though this is often discussed. Big religious holidays are national holidays, and the local church is still a very important community center. The church runs many charities and social services, acting as a key safety net. Mount Athos, a place for monks, is a powerful spiritual spot and a living museum of old Byzantine ways. For many Greeks, orthodoxy is as much about who they are as a culture as it is about religious belief. Being part of church life often focuses on big events and respecting old ways. The church is seen as the protector of Greek identity and history that keeps going. Even in a world that is becoming less religious, it remains a main support of the nation. The Orthodox Church continues to shape what it means to be Greek. Greek Orthodoxy's influence reaches far beyond Greece's borders. The main church leader in Istanbul has the highest spiritual power among Orthodox Christians worldwide. The Patriarch acts as a global spokesperson, talking with other Christian and world leaders. The Church of Greece plays a key part in all Orthodox matters, handling tricky relationships and international tensions. Disagreements, like the recent split with Moscow over Ukraine, show how church politics mix with world events. Greek Orthodox churches in other countries are vital centers for Greeks living abroad, keeping language and tradition alive. These communities look to Greece as their spiritual home, spreading Greek influence around the world. The church's global network connects Greeks everywhere through faith and history. From the time of the apostles until today, the church has been the nation's constant thread. Facing new challenges, it remains a keeper of memories and a voice on the world stage. As Greece moves forward, orthodoxy continues to be a key part of its journey.